Yes, sir. Welcome back to another installment of Raw V. Get a better insight of these key and queens behind the scene. I'm your host, Cheno Royale, baby. I'm here with, what's your name, sir?
My name is Critical. You know, Critical, I am on all social media platforms.
Mr. Critical, man. Man, I'm glad I finally got you here, man. I've been dying to meet the myth, the man, the legend. Not even a myth, bro. He's just a legend in these streets. I'm glad you could slide by, show some love, man. I appreciate you, man. Let me dap this man up.
Yes, sir.
It's not proper unless you dap it up, you feel me? But go ahead actually, before we get on into it, how's your day, man?
It was cool, man. I'm on like a little mini vacation, so that doesn't happen too often, so I've been off since last Thursday. Sadly, I go back tomorrow. So.
Oh, man.
I ain't really did too much. I actually just started getting like a process of getting some beats together.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I heard brand new father.
Yes,
Brand new father, brand new baby.
I got a daughter, you know what I'm saying, 8.5 months old.
Okay,
yeah.
How's that been?
Change and experience.
Okay.
No, I like it a lot, like I said, so love my daughter.
You see like life in like a whole new perspective now?
Yes, I feel like it won't really start changing until like, she get like 1 or 2 or something like that. Because when they're older, they really get to moving around.
It's
right now,
very different.
She's just crying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, she can't really go nowhere on her own. So as long as I put her right here, nothing's really changing that much. I don't really go out that much anyway. But when she get older and she get to getting into stuff and walking around, I might doze off for 5 seconds, wake up, don't know where she at.
You know those memes like how dad's parent, we're just like, hey, you better not be doing that.
They stop, because they know you're gonna get up.
Be like, don't make me get up out of the seat now.
Makes it good to be a dad, because I don't think girls can do that. So they ain't got that bass in their voice.
Hey. But like I said, I'm glad you can show some love, stop on by.
Oh, definitely,
you know, appreciate you.
Thanks
but go
for
ahead.
having me.
Hey, anytime. But go ahead for the fans at home, elaborate on who Critical, the man, the myth, the legend. Who is this guy?
That's a hard question to answer. It's a hard question to answer. It's so broad. It's so broad. But no, I mean,
break it down. Just break it down as much as you possibly can. We'll dissect it a little bit.
I'm just gonna talk about how I got into it all. Yeah. So I mean, I've been probably doing music since I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like 8th grade.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who Tricito is.
Oh, we know. We know that guy. Shout out.
So my man Tricito, he approached me because we've been best friends or whatever since like middle school. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now he's more like fam than anything.
Right.
But we had got close like 6th grade, 7th grade, and then one day, I guess he had already been rapping with some of our peoples, and he was like, "Hey man, you should rap." Okay. And I was like, "Bro, I do not know how to rap." I was like 4'6", 100 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to rap. I don't look like a rapper. He's like, it's cool, man. Just get into it.
Right.
So they was always helping me finish my stuff up until about like 9th grade. At that point, I was just doing it on my own.
Right.
I was writing. For the most part, we were just doing it just for fun, because I swore I was going to the NBA.
Okay. You got handles like that? You got handles?
I got a jumper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, burning. Any followers, I'll bet some money, I'll hoop y'all. But anyway. But no, literally, so after that, I would say I got real serious about it when I went to college. Because when you, in high school, we all together, so we're all writing, probably like 6 of us, just constantly writing, doing music. But when you get into college, we all went to different colleges, all of us. So it's kind of like, now you really gotta find the love on your own, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody else just pushing you like, hey, let's go write. It's literally just you know? So after that, I would say like only like 3 of us was left. And then us 3 just started writing.
Who were the big 3?
So my man, Mark Sky, it was Tricito, and then it was me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We just always was doing our own thing, and then we all ended up coming back, ironically, and then kind of linked back up then. And yeah, it just kind of progressed from there. What would I say from there? So after that, I would say like a couple years down the line, just kind of skipping a little bit, we made LF. Which is Loyalty is Famous.
I was literally gonna just get ready to ask. I'm like, how did that even
Well, we kind of already had Loyalty is Famous, like I said, when we were a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Kind of around like fresh out of college days, but it wasn't taken as like, I won't say as serious, but not to the degree of what we took it. Everybody kind of went their own way a little bit for a little while, and then one of my boys, B. McXavier, if you know who that is, Brandon McKinney, he approached me saying we should start doing some stuff together. And then we started talking more and came up with the whole group/label idea. And I was like, you know what? Let me hit my boy Nick up, because first of all, I'm trying to see what he's been up to, and second off, Loyalty is Famous is too good of a goddamn name.
Yeah, I heard it was so catchy, so ringy. I'm like, who are these niggas?
Yeah, man. So literally, I hit him up. He was down. He wanted to get back into it, and then that's how we made the group. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So
how big did it actually get? Because I know you guys were deep for a minute.
It got pretty big, in my opinion. I guess it depends on how the people see it, but going from almost an unknown, not a group, but let's just say individuals, some of us weren't known at all. Some of us were. I had like a little bit of music buzz because I've been doing it consistently for a little while, but a lot of them in the group didn't. But we went from like virtually unknown to a lot of people knew us in like virtually like 7 months. We just attacked it from a normal point of view. Like we just got merch, started doing like some events. And then after our events and the merch, it kind of just went from there.
Because I low-key was gonna say that I swear that's where I shot Vils' interview too. Like I popped in.
I think about it. Wait a minute. I didn't know you did an interview with Vils, but I just remember you being there. You did have to talk to Vils.
Yeah,
so I remember that.
Okay, yeah, I popped in there. I remember somewhat because I remember you guys being over there on Coliseum, right?
And that was like 2 years after we started LF.
Really?
Yeah, we had LF for a while. We were just doing the whole like group perspective thing, but I've always been into engineering and producing. And my guy Clarence, he kind of always had like the business side down packed. And then one day I was just like, "Shoot, y'all want to get a space?" I was like, we need way at this point now. We got, because when you're in music, you don't really generate money until you start getting way more views than what we was getting. You can even get 20,000, 50,000, you're still not really getting money. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of people just don't understand like as much that it takes
to get money.
All of it.
Yeah, most people, don't get me wrong, it depends on what kind of lifestyle you live in, but for the most part, if you're just doing pure music, unless you're a writer, and even if you're a writer, you really don't get big money until later. So I was trying to work on my way and trying to help them work on their way to being able to not have a job, or at least do part-time work so they could do more music. So we started making, like I said, making merch on our own. Started throwing events. We had studio time, recording beats, all that stuff like that, marketing stuff. So tried to make it a pretty big thing. And it carried for a while. I'm still cool with everybody that was in it, the first stage anyway, because it was really 2 stages of LF, to be honest, but for the first stage. But I kind of feel like the one thing I will say about business is that it's good to kind of like have a plan beforehand. Not saying we didn't have a plan, but I feel you gotta express that plan a lot more clear. Like you might throw an idea out there like, hey man, this is where I see us at, like you said, in X amount of time frame.
Right.
But the plan of how you gonna get from there to there should be a little more clear. Because even if you got a plan, it still might be a little different from what everybody else had in mind. So.
Right. I was just glad to see you guys do the cypher that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to pick your brain about how you felt about it, how everything went.
So the cypher that I was a part of?
Yes.
So I think it was smooth. I think it came out perfect timing, to be honest. It was just random that Indianapolis had dropped that cypher that they did. And then I knew an abundance of ciphers were gonna come.
Right.
So when Vils actually was the one that started the idea for it.
Shout out Vils.
You know, King Vils, the villain. But when he brought it up, we were like, all right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of already had it mapped out and planned out. So we just got the beat and kind of got together. So.
What do you think like automatically sparked this one? Because I know there was an uproar from like in the community from the first one.
So
how did you personally feel even about the first one?
Because I was supposed to be part of the first one too.
Yeah.
It's just hard to. You got different sides. So the hardest thing I feel like is what everybody wants the most is the hardest thing. They want like to bring everybody together. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a little more difficult when you got rappers from this side, this side, this side, this side, and this side. And originally we had 2 beats, and we tried to make it diverse. You know, put some people over here, some people over there, things like that. So that way, people were comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time. Like everybody was kind of like mutually uncomfortable, if that made sense, to make it fair. But then that was kind of an issue because certain people felt like these people should be on this side and these people should be on that side, but then that's taking kind of the way of the diversity that we was kind of trying to do. Then they kind of stripped away the beats and just had one beat, and that was cool for a while. And then it was controversy.
I think my main like personal like gripe with it was just the fact that they had artists that they previously, like you said, they displayed that these artists were going to be on the actual cypher, and then just to randomly just say that, you know, like just these certain other artists were on there. I think that kind of just rubbed people.
Way possible. I just kind of feel like people were just emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, someone came in who kind of wasn't part of the process the entire time, should have been, but they wasn't, and gave their opinion on people's verses. And due to that, people was like, all right, well, how about we just do this? You know, it's really too late to kind of rewrite. It's 2 days before we're about to record the video and things like that. So that's when things started kind of getting big-headed, because people was like, well, we can't do this and can't do that, and it was just kind of getting shifty. So then someone came up with the idea to be like, all right, well, let's just take, you know, the more lyrical ones and kind of put them over here, and the ones that already kind of prefer to be on that type of beat, just have them right there.
Okay.
And then it didn't really go well, that conversation, from what I know. Like I said, I wasn't the one who threw it, but just from what I can get in the group chat that we had, didn't really go well, but that's what happened, you know what I'm saying? So,
in your personal opinion, do you did it feel a little bit better, like when you were doing it with like a lot of the OGs on the second one?
I won't say necessarily, I mean, I was cool with either one, because depending on the beat, it was dictating, that's nothing. Depending on the beat, it was kind of dictating the style of rap you were gonna do. So like, the good thing about the first one was that it could have been diverse. The bad thing about it was the beat choice, in my opinion. Like, people wanted a cypher, but when you use the word cypher, you're expecting like an unlimited amount of bars. You know what I'm saying? Versus just kind of like different flows. You actually want meaning or just bars in there in general. The second one kind of had that more. And that's kind of, I'm more into that kind of thing anyway. So maybe because I'm a little older, I don't know, but
I definitely vibed with it way more just because of the fact that the beat that y'all chose.
There wasn't nothing wrong with the beat that they chose. It was just
no.
I'm just more like, it wasn't a good enough beat, in my opinion, for you to, for what the person who made the opinion about the verses, for what he was looking for, he wasn't finna get that on a beat like that.
Right.
In my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? But when we switched it and did a beat like that, you got unlimited amount of options, you know?
And I think everybody understood the assignment of like what was on the cypher. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to take shots at nobody, but like, everybody, in my opinion, from the first cypher came with a different energy, and that's fine. But like, when we're doing like a cypher, like you said, and we had an assignment that we had to get done, everybody needs to come with that same like energy. That's gonna come out, break out, and whatnot. And I felt like you guys came out, you know, swinging a little bit harder on that second one,
especially from the jump.
Yeah,
I have a tendency sometimes to try to figure out how to please everyone. Right. Not possible.
Okay.
But especially with this being like a big deal, you're gonna have a lot of hip hop heads listen to it and judge, but you're also, for the first time in a while, gonna have a lot of people who are just in the music. They don't really want to hear. They want to hear you snap, but if it's almost too lyrical, they're kind of gonna be lost. Right. So I tried to do like the most comfortable middle I possibly could. Like, I gotta snap, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise you're gonna get washed up by everybody else. But I didn't want to be too crazy, because then the average, my mom even played the cypher, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted her to be able to understand what I was saying too. But it was good. We definitely understood this.
But like I said, man, like I was
the
messing
views
with
might
it
not
hardcore.
You know.
Hardcore, but before we get on out of here, because I definitely appreciate you sliding on through, shout out you again. I appreciate you for sliding on out before.
Gang.
But before we get on out of here, I got a two-parter for you, and that is, do you have any main things that are getting ready to pop off now, and where do you see this stuff going for you, like the whole artistry, just the word artist that Big Crit is? Where do you see this going for you in the next 5 years?
So, what I'm working on now, I've had a plan from the beginning of the year. I was trying to drop a single a month type thing, just to stay consistent. Right. Try to do a little bit of small video content with that single. And then in the process, like I said, I've been off for a week. So I've been just getting beats together and writing hooks to try to prepare for an album. So I'm not gonna say what the name of the album is because I'm dabbling, dabbling between 1 or 2 different ones. But as for where I see myself, just not here.
Okay.
Trying to, like I said, just the goal is always to get as high as possible, to get on, what I'm saying, things like that. So short-term goal, I'd say like a year, something like that. I'm trying to get my following from the 10K that I basically have on Instagram or whatever to over 100,000. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you can just start going like that and just go on, I think I'll be straight.
Most def, man. Hey, that's Big Crit. I appreciate you coming out, my guy, again. But go ahead, for the fans back at home, I'm gonna have it all in the description, but let us know where we can find you.
Again, man, on Facebook, my name is Demetrius Guy. On all streaming platforms, it's Critical IM, AKA Heartbreak Crit, so.
Hey, AKA Heartbreak Crit. Again, appreciate you. Till next time, stay royal out there. Peace.